Professional development. All right, I talked about this last week, gave an update on where I stood so far this year in my professional development and how I finished 2023. And I wanted to give you another perspective on professional development. Sometimes we talk about all the new books and podcasts that we're reading or listening to. And it's a good reminder that sometimes it doesn't always have to be new. Sometimes it's good to go back to some of the classics, some of your favorites where you learn the most, right? I've found that very rewarding and very valuable. Now, why is that? One, the words on the page didn't change. When I go back and reread them, the words didn't change. But what changed? I changed. How I'm reading that book, how I'm ingesting the information, my perspective on all of it, I've changed. And so now there can be new meaning in those words as I go back and reread it. So I will do this often and did it some in 2023 as well. Go back and review great books that I've read. Part of my strategy is when I read a really good book is I create a book summary. I highlight, if it's a hardcover or in Kindle, I can highlight it with my finger. And I create a book summary so I don't have to keep the book around. I turn it into a Word document and I keep it in a file, and I will go back and review the highlights of those books and be reminded of key takeaways. Right? That's part of it, is just sometimes we have to be reminded of stuff that we knew and we learned, and be reminded to continue to make sure that we're implementing that. And again, sometimes it's, I'm in a different spot, so now the topics or whatever they're talking about hits me differently, and maybe hits me stronger in certain ways than it did before. So as you're thinking about professional development, personal and professional development in 2024, it's not always about new. Sometimes it's going back over things that you'd learned in the past, reminding yourself and implementing that. By the way, would love to hear what your favorite books are that you've read in the past and you're going back to reread, because I'm always looking for great material.